Oh, should we even try? Meet me halfway, and I'll give you time. Lay it on the line. Show me your heart, and I'll show you mine. If we want this, if we need this, then let's lay it on the line. Settle down, let's try to talk it out.
Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of Lay It on the Line. I'm your girl Jamila.
And your boy Miles.
Devon.
And as I told you guys last week, we are going to shout out a black business each time we record the month of February. And our black business owner today is going to be shouted out to J&A Tax Professionals. Founded in 2016 and owned by Asia Sanders, an IRS authorized tax preparer with nearly a decade of experience. J&A Tax Professionals offers individual and small business tax preparations, IRS e-filing, and small business bookkeeping services. They provide virtual, mobile, and in-person services for convenience, with a strong focus on accuracy, compliance, and maximizing your legal refund. They also offer early advance options for eligible clients. If you're looking for an experienced, trustworthy tax professional, be sure to check them out. And that is J&A Tax Professionals. That's our black business for the month of February, Black History Month. If you have a black business that you would like for us to shout out, send them in. You can inbox us, DM us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yep, get it out there.
All right, so we're going to get right into it today. I know y'all been seeing what's going on with Glorilla and Brorilla. That's what they've been calling her.
Look like little Mike Jones, don't she?
I ain't saying all that. I don't want no smoke with the gorillas. But what's y'all opinion on what's going on with the sister feeling obligated to be helped out?
I've not seen the video. I have not seen it.
Okay, so let me break it down to you. Basically, from what I've been seeing, she done talked to TMZ. She went live on Facebook, and basically she is putting the business out there that they grew up poor. They was sleeping. I mean, if you saw the Club Shay Shay interview, she was saying how they grew up poor, and she's saying now that Glorilla is not helping the family. She has not retired her parents, and she feel like that Glorilla should be doing something for them. She's asking for like $2,500 for each sibling. It's 10 of them in total. Siblings.
$2,500?
Like $2,500.
To do what?
I don't know. I guess to maybe she gonna flip it.
What is that supposed to do?
Maybe she gonna flip it. I don't know.
Keep some money in her pocket so she show it.
Are we just saying a one-time $2,500, or are we talking about like you're supposed to get something monthly?
She didn't say monthly, and they tried to specify on TMZ, and on TMZ they was like, "Well, I'm pretty sure Glorilla wouldn't have a problem with giving you $2,500."
Yeah, that's nothing.
Then they also said that Glorilla bought the dad a Porsche car. The only thing that I see with that, a Jaguar, is when these new artists become successful, maybe they should have a class that comes along with the wealth that teach them about financial responsibility. Because if your family is poor, I don't think that it's a responsible decision to buy your daddy a Jaguar. How your daddy gonna pay for the maintenance on that car?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to take a step back. I couldn't care about the car, but this is what I'm looking at. Where was dad in the picture versus mom?
She lived with her dad. The parents are together. She have a 2-parent household, I think. And from looking at Club Shay Shay, don't quote me. At some point, I do remember Glorilla said that she lived with her dad, or maybe she went to go live with her dad. So if the parents separated or whatever the case may be, dad was a part of the life. I don't know if she cut them off, if they did something to her, but the mom still has a job. But the parents are borrowing money. They're still poor. But she did buy the dad a Jaguar. I don't know if he have a house or not, but me personally, I don't feel like she's obligated to do anything, but I would rather you pay my house out so I don't have no debt versus buying me a car.
Let me break this down though. So really in the music industry, everybody that you see in the limelight ain't rich. Mm-hmm. Let's get that straight, because you don't know what type of record deal they sign. You know, they could have signed a record deal for 10 years, 5 years, dropped this many albums. And you got to understand this: when you first get in the industry, you got to pay publishing, you got to pay your producer, your engineer, you paying all this promotion, all this stuff you're doing. So it's a lot of work into that. So people see, you can have a #1 album on a record, but I mean your money coming to you. You know, so you don't know what type of deal how these record labels gonna pay you, do you? That's why a lot of people do independent, because everything you do is money. So, but what I'm saying is, regardless where Gorilla at right now, even if she is making a little money, she ain't obligated to do nothing for nobody. But it's so many videos with her sister. To me, it's all about clout. She trying to get paid. Now, next thing you know, she gonna have her own little show, own little everything. She gonna blow up off of what? Trying to talk down on your own sister. But the thing about it was a video I did see saying what happened was the sister tried to put out the story. Like, say you decide you want to talk about my life, but you try to tell it before I put it out, and then you try to say, hey, is it cool? But somebody reach out to me and say, hey, man, your cousin putting our son on you, and then you send me a message just saying, hey, I and try to explain. I'm like, nah, I ain't got nothing to say to you.
So who was trying to put it out? The
Her
sister was trying
yeah.
to tell a story about Glorilla?
Yeah, but
She shot it down?
Somebody. So just say the sister tried to give it to, I don't know who the people is, but I sent it to you in your message. But just say TMZ, and I ain't talking about them though. Just say you try to tell TMZ a story about me, right? Before I even put out a story of what's going on. And they reach out to me and say, hey, your cousin over here trying to put our son, and then I'm be like, what? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I confront you about it, you ain't messing. Now you mad because I ain't responding, so I'm not fucking with you no more. And now you want to get on social media and just start going all crazy about it.
So is that what started it?
That's what's supposed to start it.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So, but now she all this publicity. What's what people understand? When you do crazy thought, stupid stuff, that's what blows up, right? When you speak in politics, when you speak in calm and trying to inform people on stuff, it don't go nowhere. But the moment you start talking reckless and crashing, that's like these talk shows and these TV shows. When you see these black women fighting and looking like, how you call yourself a diva and you look good, but y'all out here doing trash, low down, like split. Like, come on, where the self-respect? Who is you as a character? I can't see you like that, right?
I will say this: can't nobody tell my story.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, can't nobody tell my story. You know, because you don't know what I've been through. You might see what you see, but perception is just, it is what it is. So at the end of the day, unless you've been in the trenches with me, you can't tell my story.
It don't matter if they was. You still can't tell my story.
Because you don't know it. Yeah, it's again, it's only what you see. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna tell somebody else what you see about me, but you don't know how I am behind closed doors. You don't know what I go through internally, mentally. So you can't tell my story.
Yeah.
Because I can walk out the door and I can look like $1 million, but when I get back home, I might feel like 2 pennies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't get that part. But going back to buying dad a Jag and your mama still working a job.
What that mean?
I feel like there's a reason why dad had more privilege than mom. You know what I'm saying? And for you to also say that she went and lived with him, he had to have treated her better. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, at the end of the day, if I became rich or whatever the case may be, guess what?
Look out for those who.
I'm gonna look out for those who looked out for me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know the story, but I feel like something had to happen for you to be rich and you walk away and leave your parents still struggling. It's not that girl problem that her mama had 10 kids and you living with rats and you living with roaches. Your kids sleeping on the floor.
I don't know.
But my issue is siblings. The sister went online and she went on live and she's dragging her sister. She's putting out their dirty laundry. I don't think that siblings should be fighting with each other. That's just how I feel. Like, I don't think that if you have problems at your house with your sister or with your mama, you don't go on live and you start saying how, yeah, she owe me this and she should be doing that. We was there together. Like, where was you at when she was making these records? Why didn't you go with her so y'all could have came up together?
Well, look, this how sister could have played the game if that's the case. But like I say, she tried to do the video. But if you got a problem with your sister and you want to blow up, this is what you could have did. You could have went out there and tried to start your clothing line. If your sister's the hottest artist, why not say, hey, sis, look, I got these clothes. Put this on. Wear this to blow you up. It's ways to blow up. But at the end of the day, if I'm an artist and I blow up and I'm rich, it ain't my job. I mean, don't get me wrong. Whoever's there with me, who rock with me, like what I would do, now, if that's the case, I would buy me a house and put me a guest house out in the back, a nice size guest house, that my mama can stay there. You ain't got to pay bills. If my mama choose to work, that's what she choose to do. Would I get her a car? Yeah. My old man, hey, he got it. Me and him was rocking real tight. I give him a little old house, but tell him you got to pay your taxes on this house. You know what I'm saying? But you pay your own utilities.
That's
you know
relationship.
It has to be within a relationship. I'm not gonna go buy if my house is 10,000 square feet. Hey, I'm gonna get you a regular house. You not the fact that I gave you a home. You should be happy for that.
Yes.
Whatever I choose to give you, be happy for that. Now, as far as my brothers and sisters, I will give y'all a job. Yeah. You can work for me. I will put you in some type of way where you can make money like that. You know what I'm saying?
But that was something else that the sister said. So it's 10 kids all together, right? And she said, yeah, she have like 2 of our siblings living out there with her, wherever Glorilla live at, and she had them working. What are they supposed to be doing? They just supposed to live with her for free and just munch off of her while she busting her butt? I'm pretty sure it's not easy going to all these concerts, going to the studio, staying in there for hours. She's giving them.
That's ghetto mentality. That's such ghetto mentality. But it's very hood ghetto mentality. Because if carry your weight, you know what I'm saying? Like carry your weight. If I sat here and I came up like going back to what Miles said, if I'm blowing up and you want to come with me, yeah, hey sis, I want to start this clothing line. Yeah. Are you gonna promote it with me? And then because guess what? That's the type of relationship we have, right? Mm-hmm. That we can get in and we gonna help each other, grow. But if you sitting back here waiting on the kickback,
girl, she said she wanted $2,500.
But for what? I don't know. What are you doing?
I think Tory Lane's supposed to send her the money.
Oh, and that's another thing. Supposedly Tory Lanez, he got wind of it, and she was making this big old hoot about the $2,500. So his people contacted her and said that Tory want to send you this $2,500. Don't say nothing to nobody. And there's a screenshot of Tory Lanez, the conversation. So you don't even know how to be discreet. Like, if I'm sending you some money, I don't want nobody to know that I'm sending you the money. I'm trying to help you because you're dragging your sister. I don't want to see that. Let me go ahead and help you. You don't even do that and not say nothing.
Little boy, you want to be a little boy, you need to man up like a little boy and take care of your business, little boy, man.
Boy, man. But y'all made a good point. Well, you definitely made a good point when you were saying, okay, your sister is Glorilla. You got your own clothing line. You're not expecting your sister to take care of you or to do something for you. You're just saying, hey, all you got to do is wear my clothes. And when you wear my clothes, if I pop off after that, I can pop off. But to sit back and be like, oh, my sister rich, because she rich, I should be rich. No, I don't believe that. And I don't agree with the freaking siblings feuding the way that they're feuding.
I think the sibling feuding thing, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to always agree, but it also depends on the household you were raised in.
Can you imagine that household, 10 kids in there, they poor. She said that they had to use bottled water to take baths and stuff like that.
But can we really say that's what really was going on?
Glorilla said that when she was on the Shannon Sharp show. She said that they were very poor. But that brings me to another topic of discussion. I saw a video that came my way, and there was a couple. I'm going to say that they're husband and wife, right? Okay. And the husband is telling the wife that her mother cannot move in with them. And the wife is saying, well, my mom, she fell on financial hardship. I'm her only child. She has nowhere to go. I want my mama to come move in with me so I can help her out. The husband is saying, well, and the husband pays all the bills. I'm assuming that the wife don't have a job, okay, right? So the husband's paying all the bills, but his hang up with it is, your mama don't like me. She disrespectful. She talk about me behind my back. And he tells her, I don't want her to live here. You can help her out, but she can't live here. And she's like, well, she wrong. You wrong. My mama, I'm her only child. I should help her out. What's y'all take on that?
No. Absolutely not. I feel like, don't bring disrespect to my house, because what it's going to do is it's going to cause more confusion in our house. Mm-hmm. Because if for one, if I'm telling you, I don't even have to tell you, your mama don't like me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And I think she made it very clear that she didn't like him.
Right. But exactly. So if your mama don't like me, why am I going to bring that disrespect to myself? You know what I'm saying?
Where you supposed
in
to
my
be
place,
at peace.
in my safe space. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to bring that. So if I know that, now my problem is, because I also heard the video and he said, when my people offend you in some type of way, I defend you.
Yep, he did say that.
And it sounds very one-sided, because it sounds like she don't care.
Herself.
She don't care how her mom treats him. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the messed up part about it is because she's not. It doesn't make any sense to her. She's like, I think she said she was the only child.
She's the only child. She is very disrespectful because even in her tone, she said something about, well,
his mama goofy.
Yo goofy mama come over here, and he was like, yeah, but when my mama come over here, she don't disrespect you. She don't talk about you behind your back or anything like that. And he say, if somebody talk about you, I take up for you. So it leads me to believe you sit up and let people talk about me. So why I'm gonna let your mama come talk about me in my house? And I pay all the bills?
Because she ain't gonna do nothing but bring it out. You gonna put more people out in my house. Because we were taught. I don't know if y'all was taught when we was little. What happens in my house stays in my house type of stuff. So when you bringing somebody in that's already bringing drama, this was be additional drama getting out in the streets. We don't have problems, but now we do.
Would you let your significant other mom move in with you if you knew she didn't like you and she was disrespectful to you?
I want to hear your mama mouth why she don't like me. She can't explain.
Let's say you know why she don't like you. She think my daughter can do better than you, so I don't want you to be with my daughter.
I can tell
but the daughter married you anyway.
But I'm going to tell her like this here. At the end of the day, if your mama want to stay here, she can stay here. But I'm not going to stay here. I'm gone. You can cover the bills. You and your mama can cover the bills together.
I don't think she had no job.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. Second of all, like I said, if your mama don't like me and whatever she claim, I want her to tell me why. Sit in my face and tell me why you don't like me. Like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna guess. I'm not for the sit in my face and tell me why you don't like me and make it make sense. If you can't sit there in my face and tell me why it makes sense or tell me anything about it, then why I'm gonna sit here and allow it? I mean, because I'm like this here. A lot of people have prime example. It can be stuff that the girl went back and saying he did this or he did this. It can be cousins saying, well, he went and did this. And that's why a lot of time confusion come into a lot of stuff. Maybe it can be that he might not be the dude that kissed the woman. Every dude she might have had before him probably used to kiss the mama butt. Hey, give me some. He giving the money doing this. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't who he is. I know I'm not that person. Your mama, I like your mama cool. There ain't no disrespect because I don't know her like she know me. But once I know her and learn her, we cool. But I'm not the one that's going to be running to your aid or feel like because I'm with your daughter that I'm going to go run and do this for you and do that. No, if your daughter asks me can I go take you or do something for you, I'm going to do it. But at the same time, it's boundaries. You're going to respect me at the end of the day. If I don't mistreat your daughter, I ain't did nothing to your daughter because who not going to argue and get into it? You know what I'm saying? But if I don't put my hand on her, I don't talk bad to her, then it's a problem. But if a girl sit up and argue with me about her mama gonna stay here and this here, well, she can stay. I'm not tripping. She can stay here. I'm just not gonna be here. So you make it out.
You reeled me in because I'm telling you, in the beginning, I was just like, I don't care why she don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I could care less. But again, when you go back and you say, well, maybe the last person treated her a certain way, that's the expectation that she have. Then I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't, because if that's the expectation that you have, then guess what? I'm sorry, that's not happening here. Yeah. Yeah. And then we can go from there. Yeah. But if that's what's causing it, she needs to understand that if it's something like that, I'm not doing that for your mama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if that's what she wants from me, she ain't got to like me. Yeah. What we need to have an understanding at this point is, are we going to stick together or are we going to move on?
Well, I'm going to say this, and that's kind of like, I know we agree to disagree on the last topic about being a stay-at-home wife. But at the end of the day, if that woman, the daughter, if she had her own money and she was taking care of her business and her mama fell on hardship, you wouldn't have to depend on your husband making a final decision about your mom moving in. Your mom is on hard times because she didn't do something or something happened that put her in a financial bind. But if you was working while your husband is taking care of all the bills, you would now have some money to help your mom out of that situation without bringing her into your household to disrupt what you have. Because you and your husband might be A1. But you bring your mom in there, now you and your husband beefing because you're not respecting him as a man, because now he's uncomfortable. He got to walk through his house and see a woman that don't have no respect for him. That's not fair.
I wonder if because he said that you can help your mama.
Yeah, but he knows she can't
stay here.
She ain't got no money.
But
if she was building, if she was working, because there's a lot of men that are okay with their wives being stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home mothers, but you as a woman, if you still working, you stacking your paper. You can help your mama when she have hard times. But now you ain't doing nothing because you depending on your man and you done allowed your mama to let your husband should never know that your mama don't like him.
that sometimes you can't avoid that. But I will say
That man knew like specifics. And the way he was talking, that woman. How are you allowing your mom to be in front of your husband and be? I wouldn't want to take my man around my mama if I knew my mama was gonna be disrespectful to my man.
True.
Like I love my man and I want my man to be comfortable. So if I go to my mama house and I know my man gonna be over there tight-lipped because he know my mama don't like him, let me go to my mama house. I don't want you to come over there with me because I don't want you to be uncomfortable. Vice versa. If I know your people don't like me, don't take me over there. I'm not even getting out the car. Just go by yourself.
Yeah,
you know
that's true.
But if you know that you're gonna need help, why are you burning a bridge?
Yeah.
I feel like and they do go together because it's gonna go right back to, even if you work and your mama having financial issues, the fact that she feel like she can have these financial issues and keep coming to you, going back to the whole Glorilla situation. She's not going to be stable. She's always going to have financial issues because you're always going to save her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I could spend my money. I think me and you talked about that before. I can work my behind off and I can have my money, but you over there, you spending all your money. You're being irresponsible. Mm-hmm. You going out to eat, you clubbing, you buying shoes and you buying purses, but now your mortgage is due or your car note is due and you don't have no money. But because I have money, you know what? Let me go on and call honey and let me call Jamila and let me ask her for some money because I know she got it. But it's like, okay, I'm working my behind off. But what if I want to use my money to go out and smoke hookah and go to the club and take a trip? But now I can't because I got to save you so you don't get kicked out of your house. But when you had the money, you blew your money off. But because you know, oh, well, she got it, she going to give it to me. You shouldn't live like that because what you going to do when I decide, hey, I don't have it to give to you no more.
That's how it's supposed to be, man. Everybody, I mean, that not just parents, kids too.
Yeah, most
You know what I'm saying? And that come from, if at a certain age, we have to outgrow and we got to get better in how we think and how we do things. As when you're young, we do things because we're young. We ain't thinking about it. But at some point, you got to have a wake-up call. And as long as somebody don't have a reality check, a wake-up call, and they can call somebody and get what they want, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn how much money I have. I don't give a damn whatever I'm doing. However I'm getting my income, that's what I'm doing. If I'm hanging with Pookie and them, or if I'm over here with...
You is Pookie and them.
If I'm hanging with them out there shooting dice on the corner, or if I'm not working, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it don't matter.
That's yours.
It's my money. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do... Because this is like this here. Me giving you my money, and then when something come up for me, I gotta sit here and wait for my money. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. I don't mind helping, but some people take advantage and don't want to give you money. Like, hey, I do need my money. I don't care because you see me go on trips. If you see me doing the money I gave you, that could have been my money to go do something else that I wanted to do for myself.
An extra luggage bag to be put on the plane.
Whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But people have to understand, like, you should always manage your money. And some people problem is they have gambling habits, they have spending habits, they have mismanagement on stuff. And I tell you, at the end of the day, until somebody really get a wake up call and understand, you're not gonna get the picture. As long as they got something they can fall on and get it, you're not gonna get the picture. Yeah. Man, we all did it. You know what I'm saying? I used to do shit and I'd be like, hold on, man, I'm spending. And I had to crunch down. Trust me, a good year of crunching down on something you're doing, then once you get in the habit and realize what you can do, then you'll be like, oh shit, this ain't nothing. So a lot of times people don't understand. If you like call me, I might be cheap. I'm cheap. You're right. But I buy what I want to buy, and I buy what I like.
And you deserve it because you worked hard for it.
So and that's how that's where you're gonna get to where you're going. So I'm gonna do what I want to do, because at the end of the day, I'm the one getting up and gotta deal with the heat outside, deal with the cold outside, deal with the people, when I don't want to get up. You know what I'm saying? And not just to say, okay,
and they decide they're going to
sleep all day and then say, man, let me hold by 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, 4,000, 100, 600, $5.
But
hey, man, no. I tell you what, I got something for you. Take this here and go do that tell.
But you know what? We hinder people in a sense because, one, if they don't have the money, they can't manage their own bills. Why would you give somebody some money knowing that they can't pay you back? I think Drake made a song about it. You don't give out something that you need to give
My mom taught me that when I was young. If she ain't teach me nothing else, she taught me don't lend out something you're gonna need back.
Yeah, because what if they don't pay you back?
Because you have to be willing to lose it. Yeah, you got to be willing to lose it. Yeah. So and I live by that. if somebody asks for something, unless I know I can lose it, I ain't got it.
Well, you got to know who you lending to, though. You got to know the person you giving
Nobody.
it
And you can't
You
sit
got-
there
you
and
have
keep
to really
letting
know.
people burn you. I remember when I was younger in a previous relationship, my son dad. He was very irresponsible financially. But the thing that used to burn my behind up is I'm trying to hold him accountable for his
Mess up.
irresponsibilities, but he had a baby mama that used to bail him out every time. Like if I be like, I'm not dealing with this no more, you gotta go, I can't do this, I'll put him out. She'll come pick up his stuff and put him in a room. You know, if it's time to pay some bills, he done blew his money off at the club, but now I gotta use my money to cover his bills. But then she'll give him some money because she had a soft spot for him. We gonna call it a soft spot. She had a soft spot for him. But like I told her, I say, he ain't gonna never be a man because every time when I put him out or hold him accountable, he got you that's gonna come pick him up and you gonna save him. As long as somebody, and not just baby mama, baby daddy issues, as long as somebody has somebody that they can lean on, you a crutch to them. You're hindering them from being responsible. You're hindering them from taking matters into their own hands. He ain't gonna never get himself together because every time when he fall off or fall down, you gonna come pick him up. You gonna come save him. You gonna go put him in a room. You gonna go buy him a car. You gonna go give him some money. No, let him fall. Let him stay down there for a little bit, and then maybe next time he gonna be thinking, I probably should put some money to the side instead of going to the club
Well, we gonna get
and
old.
spending my money at the club.
We're going to get old, man, so we definitely have to be wise about it, especially if you got responsibility. You have kids, that's really what, that you got to take heed to that, man. You got to be some type of model, role model or something. But even though, you doing, I'm not going to look down on nobody else, regardless where you at in life. You know what I'm
You
saying?
might be down there one day.
Because the thing about it, like I say, like you see people that's homeless and people like, oh, look at this. I tell people all the time, man, you ever sit there and talk to a homeless person before or just pull up and ask them? You don't know where they might have been in their life, why they got there, why they homeless. You don't know that. So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no problem when I see somebody that homeless, they do that. Hey man, I be like, look man, you ain't got to do all that, man. Here you go, you good. But you got a lot, but you got to understand and you got to know. But some of them just didn't want to listen when they was a kid. They didn't want to follow rules at home by their parents, and they want to do all the stuff, and their parents weren't going for it. Yeah. And you got some that took a tragic hit. I mean, a real tragic hit, dealing with their parents. Somebody lost a close one to them, or who knows. Mm-hmm. So I'm not here to judge nobody. No, I always try to motivate and try to inspire and tell people, man, you need to go do something. Like, don't give me no excuse why you ain't did it. Don't give me no excuse why you haven't done it. And don't tell me no tale like I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I know everything, but if I tell you about, hey, do this here, you come up with an excuse and be like, do you really want me to believe that? Like, that's not stopping you from doing this here.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for me too, especially because I've been through so much, and I've raised kids, alone, and I done went to school and worked 2 jobs and all the different stuff. So when I hear people with excuses, I'm like, ugh,
Some people just not willing to learn. But before we wrap it up, I want you guys to look into the camera. We're gonna get a minute each, and we're going to go off either the sibling situation with Glorilla, if you have some advice to speak towards that, or I want you to speak on the married couple with the mom having a hardship and wanting to come in. What advice would you give either one of those situations?
For me, I would say, listen, family going to be family, but you got to take care of yourself at the end of the day. You have to make sure that you're looking out for what's immediately affecting you. So if it's your parents, if that's going to affect your relationship, are you willing to take that risk? If taking care of your siblings is going to affect you, then are you willing to take that risk? Because at the end of the day, also keep in mind, who's going to be there? Are those same people going to be there when you need them in that same capacity?
Yeah.
If the answer is no, let them fall. That's what I got.
We fall down, but we get up. Miles,
what happened?
What you have for your closing remarks?
Shit, nuts, and you not coming there. I don't care what you got going on, because if you don't care for yourself, why should I care? If you ain't no health issues or something like that, figure it out on your own. It's just that simple to me. I don't care who it is. If it ain't health issues and emergency type thing, and then too, if you wasn't calling me or checking on me or I ain't not saying every day, but I talk to you more, and I'm gonna say, shit, if I talk to you 6 times out of the month, So, hey, you stay frequent with me, you know what I'm saying? This is constantly, you know what I'm saying? Because as we get older, we don't hang, like when we were younger, we hang around our homies and friends all day. But as we get older, we grow and we have responsibilities. So now I'm not expecting to hear from one of my closest partners or one of my close friends or cousins all the time. But at the same time, I'm going to take a second. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm just checking in on you. All right, bet. And we good. You know, I don't want to hear, when I do hear from you, is asking for something. Nah, man, I ain't got nothing for you, man.
Be like, what did you want?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing for you. So with that being said, whatever mistakes, we all make mistakes, but you got to learn from your mistakes and get your shit together and do what you need to do.
That part, I agree. Okay, so my closing remarks. I'm just going to take it back to like how I always say, when you start dating somebody, you need to get to know their family. I personally would not advise somebody to get in a relationship with somebody that you don't really like their family, because that's going to make it hard. You know, and if you do decide to move forward with that person because you love them, you're not marrying their family, you're marrying them. Just make sure that you and the other person that you're starting a family with, y'all are solid like this. That way nobody can come in there and break what y'all have, because family will put their burdens on you and make what you have that's solid at your house get a little bit rocky. So y'all need to establish what your boundaries are going to be when it comes to your family. And when you marry somebody, that person is who you are choosing to spend your life with. So you can't sit there and be weak and allow your parents to come in and break up what you have. Now me, if my mom was in a financial hardship, I wouldn't feel comfortable asking my husband to let my mama come move in if I knew that my mom was going to purposely make my husband uncomfortable. Because if my husband is uncomfortable, now I'm uncomfortable, and you should never be uncomfortable in your household. So you either going to ask your mom to be respectful in front of your spouse, or you're going to remove yourself and not bring your mama around. And your mom should understand when you tell her, no, you can't come over here because you don't respect my husband. That's my advice for that. As for siblings and feeling obligated for somebody to do something for you, it goes beyond siblings, it goes beyond friends, it's family, period. Nobody is obligated to do anything for you, especially when you haven't done anything for them. Yep. You can have a kid by somebody and you feel like, oh, well, I had a baby, then his mama or her daddy or her people should be doing this. That's your baby. You're responsible for that child. Nobody is responsible for you. Your siblings are not responsible for your kid that you had. Mm-hmm. So be responsible for yourself. Mama, be responsible for yourself. Why are you in this financial hardship? And you can't be going to ask for help for somebody that you have no respect for. And I'm going to leave it at that. So if you have a black business that you would like for us to shout out, remember you can you can inbox us your information. But again, we want to go ahead and shout out our producer who made their visuals. If you have not been on YouTube yet, go to YouTube. He'll run his numbers up. He was the writer. He was the producer. He was an actor. He did all of these things for the very first time to produce a movie. Go out and look at the movie. Enjoy it. Give your feedback. Hit the like button. Help us promote this black business, this black man who produced the movie. Hustler Ambition is on YouTube. Thank y'all for joining us for Lay It on the Line, and y'all can catch us next week. It's been real.
Lay it on the line. Talk through our problems. Let's try resolving them. Shoot, try. Meet me halfway. And down time. Lay it on the line. Show me your heart, and I'll show you mine. If you want this, if we need this, let's lay it on the line. Settle down. Talk it out. Let's figure out what all the fuss about. You had your turn. Now it's mine. I never heard time and time. Yeah. So many thoughts in my head. So many words left unsaid. Baby, I know we're trying. Just lay it on the line. No, lay it on the line. through our problems, let's try resolving them. Oh, should we even try?